Hi everyone, welcome to our first episode of Parish Online Live, our weekly video blog where I'll be sharing tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your Parish Online subscription and answering any questions that you may have. Today we're going to kick off with 5 things that you probably didn't know you could do with Parish Online. Don't forget that all episodes of Parish Online Live will be available on our website, and if you've got a question or something you'd like me to cover in a future episode, please send us an email. Alright, let's get going. Okay, so first up on our list of 5 things that you probably didn't know you could do with Parish Online is Marquee Zoom. Now there's a number of ways that you can zoom in to the maps in Parish Online, but this is probably the easiest. Marquee Zoom basically means that you can define the area that you want to zoom into, and this is done using the zoom in tool, which is the magnifying glass with a plus symbol in it. When you select it, normally if I just click once, it will zoom in a set amount and recenter the map. But if I want to zoom in on a specific area on the map, what I can do is I can click, drag, while holding that click down, and draw a red box out to define the area that I want to zoom into. Once I'm happy with the area, I can let go, and then the map will refresh, trying to fit the area inside the red box onto your screen. This makes it a really quick and easy way to zoom into the area that you really want to see. Okay, next up is the ability to change the default units that any measurements in Parish Online are shown in. So for example, if I want to measure the area of Buffet Lane here for it to be resurfaced, I can measure it using my measurement tool and just quickly draw out the area that I want to be resurfaced. And you'll see here I have my total measurements here. They're currently given in kilometres or square kilometres, which for an area of this size isn't very appropriate. I want to change that, so I can do that in a couple of ways. I can click on the units text here, and this will open up the control panel. And you'll see here I have an area where I can set my default units. I can change the line units to metres, and the area, I've got loads of options. I'm going to choose square metres here, and then click apply, which is slightly hidden. When I close the control panel, you'll see that my measurement is still on the screen and that the measurement total here has now been updated to 204 square meters, which is a useful value that I can pass on. If I don't want to change my default values in the measurement tool, I can open the control panel by clicking on the cog button up here by logout. And again, here is the default area for my units, and I can just come in, change them to my preferences, click apply, and then that will update throughout the system. Okay, number 3 on our list is the ability to select a custom scale when producing a map through the print tool. You can see I've opened the print tool and I've got my print area on the screen, and I want to produce a map of the development zones of this parish. Currently this map is going to be produced at a scale of 1 to 8,962, which is a horrible scale, and for map geeks like me just doesn't work. You do have a couple of options that you can choose from in this drop-down menu that allow you to choose a predefined scale, so say 1 to 5,000, but that isn't going to work. I won't be able to fit that all in here. So what I can do is choose the custom option, and I can put say 1 to 8,000 in here, which is a nice round number and produces the map at a sensible scale. Just like in most web applications, websites or programs that you've got installed on your computer, using the right click in Parish Online can bring up access to shortcuts and additional information which you'll find useful. There are 2 areas that you can use the right click in Parish Online. The first is in the map viewing area here. So if I right click now, I can bring up a shortcut to my postcode search, so I can search for a postcode, and also adding a bookmark so I can save this area to come back and view it at a later date. The second area, and perhaps the most useful, is in your parish layers. So when you start adding your own layers to the system, they'll appear in this parish layers folder. If I right click here, I can bring up the styling, which is how objects are shown on the map, and list view, which brings up a spreadsheet view of all the objects that I've got saved into that layer. If I've got the editor tool open and right click on a layer, then it also gives me the option to snap to that layer. So if I want to add another object close to this one, I can use the actual points of this object down this line here, which will mean that they'll line up neatly as well. And the final option is show extent, and what that will do is it will find the layer, find all the objects in the layer and show them all on the screen at the same time. So they're really useful shortcuts, just right clicking on a layer in the Parish layer section. Okay, so we're on our fifth and final thing that you probably didn't know you could do with Parish Online, and I think we saved the best to last. You're probably familiar with sending attachments in an email, sending a PDF document, a Word document along with an email. And the same principle can apply here in Parish Online to any layers that you create. So anything that's in my Parish layers here, for every object that is on the map, I can then attach any number of files that I want to. So if I've got planning applications, I can attach any documents, associated documents to that planning application. If you're building up an asset register, you might want to include a photo of all the benches or street lights so they're easy to identify. And maybe fly tipping or areas that need looking at, you can add an object on the map and then attach a photo or any supporting documents to that object on the map, which makes it easy to come back in at a later date and find it, or for other people to log in and see the same information. To access the attachments, you need to use the info click tool, which is the eye tool over here, and just click on an object that is on the map and it'll bring up the information window. And if I scroll to the bottom of that, you'll see that I have an attached file here already. I can use the green arrow and this will then allow me to open up the photo to view it. The other options are to be able to edit the title or delete the attachment from this file. If you want to add an attachment still with the info click tool, I can click on this instance of fly tipping that I've put in earlier on. I've now got a photo that I want to attach to it. So I can click the attach file option and then in this window, browse to where that file is on my computer, upload it. I can give it a different title and click OK. And then you'll see down here, I've actually got two options. I've got the original photo and the one I've just uploaded there that can be viewed whenever I need to view it again. Okay, thanks for watching this episode of Parish Online Live. We'll see you again in a future episode. And don't forget, if you've got a question or something you'd like me to cover, then send us an email to the address on the screen.